Hey bro, back home from the gym. Whoa, what happened here? Bro? Hey bro, you good? Whoa. It was like I'm eating on the inside. Oh, speaking of that, what's the status on the dinner situation? I'm kind of hungry after that workout.
So many horrors. So many horrific Disney horrors. I had to see.
Okay, I get that, but, dinner?
And for what? No one's gonna care about this movie. They're not gonna care about the videos. They're not gonna see the horrors that's coming. They have to be warned.
So I'm guessing that's gonna be no on dinner?
They have to be warned. Or they'll be eaten alive.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go out to eat then. Disney, the many fond memories that you have graced us over these many different years, and how your many movies have taught us so many lifelong lessons, and how you approached us and gave us a warm hug, giving us the feeling of those smiles, and making us think, wow, look at that smile. Can you trust a smile like that? But of course, as time went on, that warm, touchy feeling that everyone received back then, nowadays turns into what some people like me call hell. And I dove into it. Now what kind of hell am I specifically talking about? Well, I'm talking more about their live-action movies. Now, funny enough, Disney has been in the business with their live-action movies since the 1950s. They did alright for some movies. Other movies, I think they could have done better. But their popularity didn't really go up until Cinderella or Maleficent came to be. Now, although those movies weren't bad, those aren't the kind of movies I'm talking about in this live-action era. Oh no, I'm going deeper. I'm going to dive into what I like to call the Disney live-action renaissance. Yeah, probably not the best topic to discuss, but I mean, there's a point in time where it has to be discussed. Now, if you've seen any of my earlier videos, you know that I have a huge issue with what Disney has been doing lately, especially with their live-action movies. And of course, Disney is throwing their hand into the ring again with the release of their newest movie coming out in May, The Little Mermaid. Probably the one movie that saved them is going to destroy them. Now, a lot of issues have been circulating throughout even the release of this movie, but for the sake of time, I'm not gonna discuss it. I think I could be able to throw it into a video of my own. What I will discuss, however, is the predecessors that led way before this movie even came to existence. Because you must be warned. So with that, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 worst live-action Disney remakes in honor of The Little Mermaid coming out in May. Now, it actually has been a while since I've done a top 5 countdown, so if you don't remember, the same rules will apply, that this is based off of my own personal opinion, and for the sake of the list, I'm not going to be diving too much into all the live-action remakes that Disney has come out with. My main focus is only going to be on the classical movies that were released during the Disney Renaissance, with maybe an exception or two to help add up to the list. Now, with all that out of the way, sit back and relax and enjoy the punishment that I'm about to give. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, if I had to punish myself sitting through all those movies, you get to punish yourselves watching this video. To start off our list at number 5 is The Jungle Book. Now, although this wasn't released during the Renaissance, it is a original classic, which is one of the exceptions that I brought up earlier in the video. And in all honesty, it was so close to getting number 4, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. I loved how the movie portrayed Shere Khan, and I definitely enjoyed having Bill Murray play as Baloo. Some of the issues that it did have with the movie, though, isn't really much. I mean, the singing was a little bland, as well as the humor that they tried throwing in, and in all honesty, it didn't really look more of a recreation, but it did look like Disney was trying to throw in some kind of new elements into the movie and base it off the book. But on top of them doing that, they tried throwing in some original parts of the movie, and that's how we end up with this. Sitting at number 4 is Beauty and the Beast. And is there any idea as to why it hit number 4? Certain people can't sing! More specifically, Emma Watson. Now don't get me wrong, she was a great actress, but they auto-tuned her voice, which made everything sound so terrible. I think another reason behind why this hit number 4 was because this was the part and the time that Disney started making all their backgrounds look so dark. Now, not all of the movie was super dark, but if you compared it to the original movie, you can tell that some of the scenes that had brightness and that pizzazz were dark in the live action remake. The only reason though why this movie still stays at number 4 was because of this guy. This guy, Ewan frickin' McGregor. Yes, the guy who plays Lumiere is the holy Lord and Savior of Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Star Wars gods have blessed us to have him come down and carry the entire movie on his back. And there ain't no movie that can compare to the blessedness of our holy Lord and Savior of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alright, let's go to number 3. Sitting at number 3, this movie might actually surprise you. Not really, it's this. God, kill me. Where do I even start with this film? You know what? Honestly, I might as well just start with the biggest elephant in the room. It was rushed. The acting was so boring. The singing, especially from this guy, take it back, I'd rather hear Emma Watson sing. I will, however, give credit where credit is due, and that is to Naomi Scott. She was probably the best singer and actress in this entire film. Jafar? Terrible. The genie? Okay. Now, when the movie first came out, I was interested in seeing it just to see what Will Smith can throw on the table as Genie. I mean, we couldn't get Robin Williams back as the Genie, but seeing Will Smith take the reins to it, what was Disney thinking? I know exactly what Disney was probably thinking. They were probably thinking that this dude was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's enough reasoning for them to hire him on. Really, people? And don't even get me started on both the plot and the acting. All acting aside, let's go into the plot. Where was the plot? The plot was just everywhere. First, you're trying to dive into recreation of the original Aladdin, and then you're trying to throw in something else of another kingdom called Shirabat, which Jasmine's mother came from, and which is an ally. And it seems that Jafar is wanting to take over that kingdom, but for what? What purpose? That didn't make Jafar an actual villain. And then the jams joke. What the hell is up with the jams joke? Honestly, they should take the jam jokes and shear it right up into somebody's butt, because that is how terrible this movie is.
FBI,
What?
open up!
No, they didn't like my joke?
FBI, open up!
Hey everyone, Nighthawk here. Interested in more Mac 360 content? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for future announcements. You can also join me on TikTok, Twitch, and Discord, where you can keep up with video previews, some funny videos, as well as join myself and the rest of the Mac 360 community. Hope to see you there. Well, I guess a joke like that can wind you up in Disney jail. It's similar to Disney hell. Almost similar. Let's go to number 2. Coming in at number 2 is... somebody kill me. Jesus Christ, somebody kill me. Just like the delicate blossom tree that we hear about in the original Mulan, there always has to be some sort of late bloomer. And I think this movie is one of them. The reason being is that I think that this movie was a little too late in its grounds for Disney to try recreating something. And failed miserably. I do applaud them though for trying to make some sort of new movie and try keeping the concept of what made the original Mulan, I guess, original. But I think they kind of screwed it up in a sense that they had no idea what to make the plot. If you do want my honest opinion, here's how I think that pitch meeting went. Hey boss, good news. I just finished that script. Oh goody, please tell me about it. Okay, sweet. So, I know what you guys were originally thinking in the past meetings where you guys wanted something a little new, something a little different, so I'm thinking that we keep a little bit of the conflict between Mulan trying to keep to that honor and to the cultural aspects that China used to have, and also have that other part of her think that she is a legendary warrior. Deep down, she really is a legendary warrior. We'll have all kinds of action scenes, and we'll make sure that this movie explodes with all kinds of elements that bring what China used to be back in the day. Okay, I like it. Go ahead and process the script, and then we'll start getting the movie put together right away.
5 minutes later.
Hey boss, I'm done processing the new script. Yeah, so I was doing some thinking, and I think that we should change up the script. What? But why? Why? Well, see, I liked what you were going for with that new and creative role, but we don't want to go too new. We still want to make sure that this movie is an actual remake, like the people want. If the people want something original, go see the original movie. Yeah, no, sorry. Why don't we do this? Why don't we still keep those new elements, but all of a sudden they revert back and say that she can't be a legendary warrior. How about you do that? And then we'll tie in those new elements and mix it in with that old. You think you can do that? I guess so. I can go work on it now. Great. I'm looking forward to this. I really am.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I just finished up processing the whole script again, doing exactly what you told me to. Yeah, no, sorry. I think we're gonna change our minds once again. Oh, for crying out loud, what's the reason this time? Because we took in the suggestions that you had, and this is your words, not mine. We don't want it to be too original, and if they want to see the original, then they can watch the original movie. So here's what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're still gonna continue on with those few old elements, but we're gonna add in some new elements. We're not gonna have a love interest between the commander and Mulan. We're gonna have a love interest between some odd soldier. We'll make it like Romeo and Juliet. What? Well, that's the change that we're gonna make. So, do you think that you can do that? Oh, and before I forget, we are not gonna have Mushu. We're gonna replace it with a quail. I quit. And repeat. They continued going back and forth with original and new, trying to find that one thing that will just click with the movie. A few other aspects to the movie was that the movie itself just felt rushed. Oh yeah, and it's also hard to try finding the actual point to a movie when you have the main point of the movie right in front of you, and is the villain. A good villain. I quit, just go to number 1. We already know what number 1 is, just say it with me. The Lion King. If you think it was anything else, I'm sorry for your loss. I think it's pretty safe to say that almost all of you saw that The Lion King was coming. Main reason as to why it's number 1 on the top 5 worst live action remakes is because it is the same minute by minute as the original. Don't believe me? Go ahead and watch the original and then go watch the live action movie. I can guarantee you that you ain't gonna see no new changes outside of maybe 2 minutes of an extended scene that means nothing to this movie. The movie was bland. The villain was bland. They took out one of the best villain songs in the movie. Bland. The only thing, the one measly little thing that I can say is great about this movie is that they brought back James Earl Jones to play Mufasa. How well did he do? Bland. Bland, 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 bland. Disney, I hope you can get back on your feet. And I hope that when it comes to your next line of live action movies, that you take in the suggestions that many people have been trying to suggest to you and actually do something good with said suggestion. Because let me tell you, these 5 movies are honestly a little embarrassing. However, I can't say that Disney is all that bad. Their original movies were golden. They actually brought families together, taught us lifelong lessons that everyone can cherish to this day. I only wish that they can continue on what they did way back when. But again, that is just my personal opinion on it. I can't speak for the brand, I can't speak for the company. All that I can give you is my opinion, and I hope that this does give you the proper warning that will come here very, very soon.
Ay, 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 ay. Ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando. Yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.